What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new video. We are back with some intriguing stuff to talk about today. This was definitely something on my list that I did want to talk about during E3, which was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now, if you guys know me, I'm a fan of DBZ, always has been, and probably will be for years on end. But either way, this is definitely something I was kind of looking for, because when they made Xenoverse 2, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be like an open world thing, you can walk around and stuff for that. But when they started showing the first trailer, which was that Dragon Ball Z Project Z or whatever, I just found personally like that was my jam. I was like, oh my god, we have an RPG, you can walk around to territories and stuff like that. But we started getting more pieces of the puzzles recently, with gameplay of course and stuff like that, and it seems like the combat might be a little wonky. I'm not going to be like, oh, it seems great, because it does feel like the way the gameplay is, it does seem a little wonky, so maybe they might fix something out of that. But like I said, it's just a demo, they're just showing that off, so maybe they're going to fix it. Hopefully they do, because it would be intriguing if they can. But either way, I would like to see this become something very, like, great. You know, like greater than it is right now. Then a lot of people are saying that it's not. I kind of want to look at this as like an RPG game that I kind of wanted to play personally years ago, The Legacy of Goku. Now, I personally got to play the game, just fell in love with that RPG. I was like, this is great, this is awesome, it's an open world, you can walk around, stroam, go in the forest any which way you want. And personally for me, I love that personally. Like, I love how there was an RPG element to it. I know I didn't get to play the full game, but either way, it was still just, it was just fun. It was just great at the time to play on the Game Boy Advance, and I just personally loved it. Now, we are having this RPG, of course, for the game, but it does seem like you can't fully walk in certain areas. It seems like you'll have to choose through the map where you want to go, which I guess is totally fine, I guess, if you want to go that route. But it would be intriguing if, like, you didn't have to, and it's just, you can fly around the world and stuff like that. Like, I would personally just loved it, like that personally, because it would have been very fascinating to, like, you know, fly from Goku's house to Master Roshi's, or fly to the city, or, you know, like fly around the world, go to the Arctic area, and stuff like that. So it would be intriguing. I would just love it personally. But the one thing that I think a lot of people were on their minds was this tail. What's with the tail, man? I don't remember Goku holding his tail. Like, I thought he lost his tail in the original Dragon Ball, because when they pulled his tail off, I thought, like, he didn't remember where his tail went. He was like, oh my god, I don't have a tail anymore. What happened? It feels very weird on me to stand up like this without a tail, but I don't know. It just seemed a bit odd that, you know, a man holds on a tail for so long, and, like, you think this thing probably would have rotten by now or something. Like, I don't know. It's just, this is just my, you know, thinking of what could be going with this guy's mind. Like, if he's holding in his pocket, and plus, like, if that's the same suit that he wears over and over and over again, especially with training and fighting and stuff like that, like, you think, like, after, like, months or even years of holding on to this tail, that you think, like, oh, this is probably gonna be really disgusting, and it's drenched in sweat or blood or whatever, depending on how his fights go. But still, I don't know. I just think it's a bit weird. Why is an older man, probably, like, I think he was like around his 30s when DBZ started, but either way, I kind of feel like it'd be a bit odd. That's all I'm saying, and I think most of the community feels the same way. So, we kind of just accept it at this point, going, okay, well, he holds a tail. I guess that's great. Like, they could have just went the same route, like in DBZ, where they actually do go fishing, like with fishing rods and stuff. Like, why didn't they just do that in the first place? So I don't know. It's a bit different. That's all I'm gonna say. But either way, I think once we get the game in general, I think it might be a bit better when it's, you know, we're playing ourselves. But if it's not gonna be as good as what I'm thinking it's going to be, or maybe other people's opinions about how they feel about the game, then this isn't going to happen anymore. I will say that for a fact. If this project dies and people hate the game and they get criticized for it, then there's going to be no more of these RPG games. So unless they can figure out a route to fix it, because it is a great concept. I've been waiting for something like this for like years now, because I was like, why not take Legacy of Goku? And then like at the time, like when the PlayStation consoles were out, they had those games, like the Dragon Ball Z games were out around the same time as Legacy of Goku and that. And I was like, why don't you take the graphics of that and put that with the game and then like mash it together, and then it'd be so cool. But this is probably the closest we're gonna get to something like this. So, but other than that, let me know down in the comment section below what your thoughts, opinions about this personally, because one, it is definitely something I love to talk about, and at the same time, I'm very curious of how this game's gonna go. So, but other than that, hopefully you guys are watching. Hit that like for more, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you, of course, next videos for more DBZ content coming on the channel. I'll see you guys later. So, anyways, take care. Have a great day. Peace out.